Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen from Comic Book Ben, and you're listening to Best Threesome Ever. Find Best Threesome Ever on Facebook. Search Best Threesome Ever. That's 3 with the number 3. It is my favorite podcast.
Welcome to Best Threesome Ever, a podcast discussing all things revolving around nerdy pop culture. It's probably not what you were expecting, but it's just as fun. Now, here are your hosts, Nick, Megan, and Kevin.
Yeah, you look like a 1970s radio DJ right now.
You do.
I'm okay with that.
You're giving very...
Flashbacks to WKRP in Cincinnati right now. All right, here we go. Best Threesome Ever, episode 180, brought to you by Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
I'm Megan.
I'm Kevin.
Hey, welcome to our show.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
It's been a minute,
Our lives have settled a little,
maybe.
so we're back.
Kind of.
So busy.
Mostly.
So busy. Because, you know, Kevin, you had something big
Just a little
happen
thing happen.
that we were all part of.
What, me getting laid off?
We weren't a part of that.
Oh, my car breaking down.
No.
No, maybe that other thing.
That other thing.
Oh, I got married.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, buddy.
Sorry, ladies. Kevin's off the market.
Or is
Sort of. Kind of. I don't know.
It was quite the event, though.
Holy crap, it was.
There was a lot happened. It was a formal costume event, so people really brought their A game. I was very impressed. Good times were had. Tim, a friend of ours who does like the mead booth at Fest, was our bartender.
Bet you made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I bet he did.
I'd make at least $500-600.
Good.
Easy.
Good. Megan's husband and I had had some Italian hot beef, but we got over it. We hugged it. We
Sounds like you guys absconded to the bathroom together.
we definitely did not. I bet if I would have asked, you would have though. But no, we had a real good heart to heart, and that was nice. I felt like we left in a real good place. So
There was a lot of not anger there. Only because I only say that because like I talked to like everybody there, and like everybody's so friendly. Like people I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's just, like,
there was a little bit of family tension, but for the most part, it stayed pretty chill. So
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
I
Everybody had a
showed
good time.
emotion in public, you guys.
You did.
Sure
It
did.
was weird.
You
And
did.
Ian did write down the date and time that happened. It's such a
Classic Ian, vintage Ian.
historic moment.
Yeah, it was a good time. I had a lot of fun. Although I realized I never got one of your cupcakes. I never went over there. Never got.
I only got.
I only had one.
I only have part of one. I did have some of the regular cake though, which was fucking delicious. But like
Yeah.
a bunch of cupcakes came home with us, but somebody put them in like an Amazon box. I don't know why they
Oh.
thought that was the appropriate fucking cupcake receptacle. Newsflash, it wasn't.
I can
And
imagine.
so we were going through stuff the other day, and we opened up this Amazon box, and we're a bunch of like squash cupcakes. We both got so fucking mad. We're like,
Who? I need a name.
who and why?
I need a
We've
name.
been eating these?
right. At least
Nobody said anything.
put a fucking label on them. at
Yeah,
least.
just like write
We
cupcakes
had
don't
so many fucking markers.
Yeah.
Could have said, "Don't squash. Has cupcakes. Put in mouth."
put in mouth.
Yeah, I didn't have any of your cake. I didn't have any of your cupcakes.
Sorry.
I drank a
Had-
bottle of that champagne.
Well, we do.
I did too.
We do have the top tier of the cake left. It's in our freezer.
Yeah, it's your 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
thing.
So maybe we'll have like people over who didn't get cake and have cake. Because obviously we're not going to eat the entirety of that. We'll
Right.
have a sliver of it and be like, "Well, I'm good."
I mean, I saw photos of the cupcakes and they looked fucking
looked-
outstanding.
They were
The-
really good. I
the
can't
half
remember.
of the peach one I had was pretty
And
stellar.
that's what I was looking forward
I
to
think
because
I-
you told me about those.
Mhm.
I think I had a lemon.
I really wanted to try lemon. I really wanted to try the mudslide one. but
Yeah.
Fuck me, I
I
guess.
tried to walk over there and I kept getting distracted, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah. I think I grabbed 2, gave one to Aaron, had one myself, and then got distracted by it.
I do have to say, I did get very drunk though.
I did too.
All right, mission accomplished.
Well, I went back to grab a bottle of champagne for the champagne toast, and everyone had already been served. And so I was like, okay, I guess you live with me now.
Right. Did you have a lot of bottles left of champagne?
Yeah, we still have a bunch
Yeah.
at home.
Dibs.
Yeah, if you
New
please,
Year's.
dear God, by all means. Oh, and we might do that too because we might have like a friend's Christmas party.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I don't think we're gonna do a friend's giving.
Mm.
We might go out of town. We might not.
Gotcha. I work on Thanksgiving. So I'm sure I'll have whatever stupid
I
meal
will
they
probably
serve
be
us.
avoiding my in-laws on Thanksgiving.
There you go. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, Kevin. It
It was
was
really fun.
the weather was like to me it was comfortable. I was
perfect.
comfortable. And
I was a
perfect.
little chilly, but that's because
Um,
most of my chest was exposed.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So she,
Bruh.
bruh, Megan was wearing the sluttiest dress on the face of the planet, and it was the best. Like she had to have like those silicone
Yep.
titty covers because those things were just they did whatever they
and
wanted.
then I had to tape my shirt
Yep.
over those because they kept
They
just moving.
just bouncing free.
Yep.
It's pretty fucking great.
It was.
I was a big fan.
I'm
The
storing
best-
that costume. It's gonna make a reappearance.
The best is when you flash us with those titty covers on, and it was like looking at a Barbie doll
Yeah.
with really big knockers.
Big titty Barbie comes with everything you see here.
Whatever.
Looked at the right moment. I was like, that was glorious.
Yeah.
Aren't we glad we're friends?
Oh my god.
That was a good time. It was really good
really
time.
fun.
It was really fun. It was really, yeah.
If I hadn't gone back to my original concept for Poison Ivy,
Mm-hmm.
Blake and I would have been wearing the exact same dress, but I would have had the
Obviously.
leaves and shit on it.
Right.
But yeah,
And
it
also
would
more
have been
boob.
yeah.
And also thank you, Blake, for that wonderful tabard
Yeah.
you made me.
He
It was
kicked ass on that.
beautiful.
He did way better than I ever could have.
It's okay. And I did the little design on it. That was kind of a headache. But then I realized, I go, well, I could just, like, I tried to free draw. Like, I brought some tag board because I was like, I can't just free draw this on this thing. I got to like make a stencil or whatever. And I brought some tag board and I laid out the pattern and I drew the edges so I knew how big it was. And then I tried to free draw it off my drawing. I was like, nope. And then I was like, I could just scale this fucking thing, and I did. So I got my little scale ruler out, and it actually worked out way better than I expected. So I listened to Nick. Just fucking use a scale ruler next time, dipshit. It's a note to myself. Future self.
And Saber had this gigantic black feathered,
Oh,
insane dress,
Yeah.
and
whose things were also thanging.
yeah, and Kai's cape.
Oh
How
my
many
God.
fake?
It
A lot.
that thing was work.
Yeah.
Wow. But it
And
looked
apparently it was heavy.
It was
fucking
very heavy.
brilliant.
Yeah, it
'Cause I
looked
helped
so
put
good.
that fucking thing together.
Ugh.
It looked brilliant. It looked absolutely brilliant. So
It's literally a coat
And,
of just black raven feathers or crow feathers. I don't know.
and Tony, I told Tony at one point he looked like a little helper devil running around, but kind of reminded me of in what's the Three Witches?
Which is
Sarah-
a Beastwick.
Sarah Jessica Parker and
Hocus pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
He did kind of look like Billy.
Yeah.
Billy, just but like a devil version of a
Yeah.
demon version, I guess, not devil version, but like a demon version. It was very good, and that jacket rocked. It was a very cool jacket. I was jealous.
Micah had a President Loki thing going
Oh.
on. The drip was real, and his wife,
Oh.
who was an
Girl.
absolute smoke show
I mean,
as
she
Scarlet
normally
Witch.
is.
I
but
know she
She
brought the thunder.
brought it.
Ugh,
God.
I looked okay.
You looked good.
you looked very good.
You looked
You
all
looked dapper as fuck.
very, yeah,
Regal.
dashing.
I got told I looked like a wet dream by a couple of people, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Especially because I when I got rid of the jacket, I was wearing a corset vest.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was told that was working. So
And it was work to put that thing together because you and I were frantically
Yeah, you were.
yeah,
relacing that thing. But it looked good on you. Everything looked good. I think everybody looked great.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And I'm glad we got a little giggle when we did our little boop, which was wonderful.
got a good picture of it too.
Love it.
The posed boop.
Yeah, the posed boop was good too. Yeah, you sent that to me.
Of course.
Nailed it. And I realized I didn't get a single picture of me without the cloak on. I mean, there's like random pictures that other people took, but like I never got one
Oh.
of me.
Fuck! I forgot to bring your cloak.
My cloak?
Yeah,
Did I leave it somewhere?
Yeah, at the
Oh.
wedding. The black one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
I have it.
Dibs.
Nope. That's too drunk. I thought I grabbed it. Guess I didn't.
Classic.
Anyways, so should we talk about what's been going on in the world?
Can we not?
Or not? Not that world.
Oh,
So,
I mean,
this episode has been recorded 2 days after the election. Yay.
hey, at least I didn't wake up to President Trump on my birthday again. That happened the first time.
Yeah.
It was the day before my birthday. Was the election. I was very, very angry.
I would like to say though that we here at Best Threesome Ever are definitely here to support people that are afraid, scared, nervous, just I don't know. We're here to help you out. You know, I know even if you don't know us, you know, if you need to message somebody or whatever, please feel free to, because we are on all the social medias, and we want to know that, you know, everybody's okay in these times that are in the big fucking unknown of scariness.
No, we don't oft get terribly political on this podcast,
No.
especially since Rob left. Not that that's a knock against him, yeah, but I think where we lie on this, like what side we're on, has always been pretty crystal fucking clear.
Rather obvious.
So we are with you.
Yeah.
And that is no small comment. We
Right.
are.
We're on this journey together, and we'll face the tyranny that is
likely to come.
the
Yeah.
empire that is rising.
And they do say that empires tend to last about 250 years, and that's when they start to crumble. The
Not surprised.
250-year mark for America is 2026. Their
Oh, yeah?
Wow.
bisequacentennial, I think it's called, something
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
Scary.
bisequacentennial. Sesquicentennial. Sesquicentennial.
Saskatoon.
Sasquatch.
Chicago.
Sexual feelings. Healing.
Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption.
Chicago.
Anyway.
Anyway.
In the meantime, we're gonna try to, you know, give a moment of levity, have some laughs, you know, and try to just enjoy what we can while we can.
Give you a break from the terror.
Right. So yeah. That being said, I watched Bad Boys 3 or 4.
I was
Why?
gonna say 3 or 4. Well, I plan on watching it too, because I really legitimately love
I thought
the
you have
first.
already...
No, I haven't, because I have to watch it with Devin, because that's like our thing.
Crap. It was so bad I wrote notes about it.
Oh, wow.
I hear it as like, because people said that, you know, 3 was surprisingly okay. Like, it was decent. The first one will always be the best.
Absolutely.
It's impossible to beat. It was really grounded.
Yep.
Especially for being a Michael Bay movie. It was the most grounded out of all of them. But like the second one was fun in a lot of ways.
It was fun.
Like Gabrielle Union chewing scenery, the Russian guy who just plays a Russian mobster in literally everything he's in.
Love it.
The shit just got real. It never gets old. The third one, I found myself enjoying. It was like, Mike Lowry and the Muppet Babies, but I was okay with that.
Right.
You know, they were the kids were fun. This one, it doesn't look very good, but I'm still gonna watch it. I'm not worried about spoilers, so
you want me to go? Can I go through my notes?
Hit it.
Okay.
Harry Potter 3 style.
Oh God, it was.
I had 3 pages of notes one day when I wanted to go on a rant about how much I hate the third Harry Potter movie.
I read them.
That's
He
right.
sent them to me.
That's right. I did.
And I read them.
Oh, that's a long time.
Okay.
Anyway, go.
Really long time.
So
Bad Boys for Life. Hit it. Or
Bad Boys for Life. At the very beginning gunfight, one of the bad guys' guns changes mid-fight. Like he has a certain rifle, and then all of a sudden has a different rifle later in the fight.
Continuity error.
Way bad continuity error. Again, there are tons of things blown up for no reason in the Michael Bayist ways. Or no, Jerry Bruckheimer. Sorry, it's Bruckheimer.
well, I think Bruckheimer and Michael Bay both worked on these movies.
Right. Again, proving my point that if you shoot things enough, it'll blow up. That was my theory as a kid because that's what things did in movies.
That's how movie physics works.
This movie goes back to that nonstop. Mike says, "I'm out," referring to his pistol, meaning he's out of ammo, then tosses said pistol to Marcus, who then uses it with ammo. And then I wrote that Mike Lowry has all his money, yet has a Glock with standard sights. That blows my mind. And granted, that's just a prop thing, but it's a small thing that I noticed.
All their money went to the explosions.
Right.
It did not go into the props.
Well, like the character himself, he's wealthy. Like his parents died and left him like a shitload of money.
So he would not
so like
just
that's
have
always been like
the basic bitch.
That's always
stuff.
been like a character point of his. Is like
right.
You know, the other cops make fun of him for being like a rich kid playing cop kind of thing. Because he always drives like really nice, fancy sports cars. And
cop. Nepo baby cop.
There's a scene where all the U.S. Marshals are wearing helmets, but not Captain Howard's daughter. And I'm kind of like curious as to why.
Is she hot?
Yeah, she's all right looking.
Then
is she like a focal point of the story?
A little bit, yeah.
Then that's why. I'm sorry. Are you hot? No, you don't get protection. We have to see your face at all times, baby.
There's another
background extra. Wear this helmet. We can pay you.
There's another scene where she's tracking somebody in the woods, his daughter, who works for the U.S. Marshals.
Oh, sorry, Bad Boys for Life was the third one. Ride or Die was this one. That's might be.
And then I'm curious why she slung her rifle when she was out tracking somebody and out with a pistol. I don't understand that one at all. Reggie is probably the best part of this film. And he's got like the best action scene. No spoilers. And then my biggest thing is that this movie could have been about 20 minutes long because he could have just trusted his little secret with his daughter and why he didn't trust his daughter and why he trusted Mike and what the other character's name?
Steve.
What's Martin Lawrence's character's name in this?
Marcus.
Mike
Lowry and Marcus Burnett.
All right.
He changed his wife.
He sure did.
Vanessa's been the same in all the movies, and like I was always impressed that she kept coming back for these, and then fucking in this one, I noticed in the trailers that she was I was like, who the fuck is that chick? I'm like, did he get remarried? Did Vanessa finally leave his dumbass? And I looked it up, and she's still playing Vanessa,
but not.
Also, Dennis Green is who plays Reggie. He has not been in anything except for this and the last Bad Boys movie, but he has a podcast called Prince of Fresh Air.
Hilarious.
And I might
Prince of Fresh Air.
I might look that up.
Nobody has to talk about, but all right.
I bet it's a Fresh Prince.
Well, it is. It's got the same font.
It would be 3 Bad Boys movies he's been in because he was in the second one. That's when you first get introduced to him. The last one.
Oh, he's the boyfriend, right? That's right. Because
who it is? Oh, Reggie.
That's right. Oh, you're 15. You look 30. He says an additional word, but I'm not comfortable saying that word in any circumstance.
No.
Yeah.
No. Am I going to be airing my business out like that?
It's not a white person word.
Nope. We'll say ninja. Ninja, you look 30.
Anyways, yeah, it was not good. And also, if you think about it, there's a lot of really bad cameos in this one. Jerry Bruckheimer in the original Porsche that was in the original Bad Boys because it was his car that they used for the movie.
That tracks.
That one guy that has the I don't know if he's actually Jamaican, but the Jamaican guy that has all the reactions on TikTok is kind of funny. He's in it for some unknown fucking reason.
Because I remember there was a
Jamaican guy with
in the second one there was because they were going up against a bunch of Haitians, but there was another either Haitian or Jamaican guy that was like his informant.
Nope, not him. This is like an actual like TikTok guy that you'll recognize him if I show him.
I was gonna say, is it the guy who like someone does something dumb on TikTok and then he's like, here's what you could have done instead.
I mean, I really like the Dan Marino fucking.
Dan Marino one was
in
good.
In the second one because especially
hilarious.
Man, Dan Marino should definitely buy this car. I mean, not this one. I'm gonna fuck this one up, but like it.
But once it's like it,
I was like that scene.
Well, that poke in my butthole.
Throwing dead bodies. I like the first and second.
The first and second ones are good. Yeah. So I just and also so 94. Yeah. 94, 95 was the first movie. They should be retired at this point. That's 30 years ago. That is a very long career. And if they were 20 something then,
They'd be in their
50s,
50s.
they just should have been Bad Boys were gonna retire finally.
Bad Boys. Retirement, bitches.
It was bad. I mean, it's on a streaming service. I think it's on a couple. Watch it if you want to, but
I do want to, even though I know it's going to be bad. I do want to.
so bad. I don't know why I watched it. It was sad and lonely.
It's a Bad Boys movie.
I suppose. For this podcast, for the sake of this podcast, I watched that shit.
He did this for you, listeners.
And one thing, I don't know if I talked about it. Speaking of the election day, I watched this movie, Gunpowder, with
Oh, is that
Jon
the one with
Snow.
with Kit Harington?
Yeah,
On
and it's about
HBO about what's his tits?
Yeah, about the whole
Gunpowder treason.
Gunpowder
Guy
treason
Fawkes.
thing.
That's
Guy
the
Fawkes, there it
fucking
is.
guy.
It's actually really good.
Literally, a fucking guy.
Literally.
And then you go, oh, that's nothing like the story of V for Vendetta.
No,
talks
as
about.
a matter of fact, Guy Fawkes sucked shit in hell.
Yeah, he was a
religious
of douche.
extremist.
Yeah.
Who was pissed that England was no longer Catholic or something like that.
He basically guzzle 100 cocks. But we celebrate the spirit of Damn the Man, especially, and that's why we tend to just say V for Vendetta is the better history of Guy Fawkes, because at least he killed an entire government over a gay lady, and we support that.
Yeah,
Right.
We stand that. Who's this diva?
Right. And it was more that it wasn't just Guy Fawkes. There's a whole group of them.
Yeah, it was
that were conspiring. It was kind of interesting. It was filmed in 2019.
Yeah, I think it was right after Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He still had that long, gorgeous,
More like
curly hair.
Of groans.
And you know me, I like to learn about history and stuff. So it is mostly correct with history stuff. So it was decent. So if you're looking for something historical to watch, it's good.
Rarely.
I like a period piece.
Does it come? Never mind.
Does it come once a month?
I was gonna say I can watch one about once a month.
No,
Does that feeling come around one month?
I have an IUD, so I haven't had a period in 8 years.
Why do you have a bomb in you?
Because it keeps it
blows up.
It blows up all the.
It'd be funny if that's how it worked. No, that'd be horrible.
No, I would. You know what? It'd be a toss up between that and period cramps.
Right. Speaking of things we've been watching, Agatha all along.
Oh, do we want to do that for our happy ending discussion?
We could. Yeah, we could. I mean, we could
Yeah.
do Agatha all along.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. We can do that. So there'll be a happy ending for Agatha all along at the end of this.
I watched a fun little film last night.
What was that?
What fun little film did you watch, Kevin?
I watched a little film called The Substance, starring Demi Moore and Dennis Quaid.
Vintage.
Oh boy, it was good. It was a good movie. It was poignant. It was basically about the fucked up beauty standards of Hollywood and how predatory it is.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
And basically, it's about this aging actress, played by Demi Moore, who basically is approached by a young, super hot doctor after she gets in a car accident about how she would be a good candidate for this program.
Modern times?
Yeah.
Yes, modern
Okay.
times. Well,
2024.
yes. Well, it takes place in times. There are a couple people have smartphones, but also some of the technology. It's also very 80s coded. Because that's when she was really popular.
Right.
And so, she gets this injection, which another person crawls out of her spine. It is very creature effects. It is very gory. There is so much nudity in this movie that I didn't know what to do with myself. Good nudity, bad nudity, hot nudity, weird nudity, creature nudity,
all kinds of nudity.
Nudity, yeah. You see all of Demi, all of it.
Oh,
the whole thing.
All right.
You see all of this younger girl who has been in quite a few things.
Mhm.
She's very pretty. She's been in lots of stuff. I did find out that her breasts were a prosthetic though to look more like
Demi
Demi's.
Moore's, yeah.
But her tush was all her, and you see a lot of it. This movie is butts.
Margaret
It is-
Qualley.
Yes, it is butts, and then more butts, and then sometimes some bush, and then a bunch of titties, and then there's some more butts, like in your face, close up butts, face and
Damn.
butts. There's butts.
So you're saying there's lots of butts.
It's nudity and gore and fucked up.
All right.
Very 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so she basically for 7 days can stay in her young hot version, who's basically it's you, but like the best looking you could ever be. It is you.
Oh.
It is you at a 10.
Okay.
And so obviously people don't recognize her because she's
Right.
even more beautiful because like there's so many like posters of like actual shots of Demi.
Yeah.
When she was in
Oh,
her
yeah.
prime, you know,
She
like
was gorgeous.
yeah,
Is.
still is, still
Still
very
is.
beautiful woman. And so it's her struggling with that, but like the two people are the same, but also like they don't always remember everything they did.
Right.
And so it's like a fight between them. You have to switch every 7 days, and if you take longer than that, you start stealing like life from the other one.
Oh, shit.
It is difficult to watch sometimes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It is poignant. It is well done. It was wonderful seeing Demi in a leading role again. Dennis Quaid plays such a piece of shit, and that is great because he is kind of a piece of shit. So,
Is he?
big old Trump supporter. He fucking loves that guy.
Really?
It's funny because his son is like, yeah, my dad sucks. I'm sorry about that, guys.
I love his son. And he was
Because I think he spent more time with Meg.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
It has a 7.5 on IMDb.
Mhm.
Yeah, I believe it.
And I think the only reason
Sex and nudity severe.
I think the only reason it's like not at like a 9.8 is because the final act, like the first part of the final act drags a little bit, and then the second part of the final act is so fucking weird you don't know what you're watching anymore.
Okay.
It's so fucking weird. Like if you've ever played the game Inside, I know you two probably have, but anyone listening, if you ever played the game Inside, think about the last probably act of that game where you're that giant nutsack. It's that.
Is it like watching Sausage Party? That animated one where they're the food in the store?
No.
Is that weird? Because that was kind of like, what the fuck am I watching?
No, take Tarantino levels of blood with like Rob Zombie levels of gore with 80s shock horror creature effects. But really well done.
Oh, she was in that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood movie.
Yes.
Haven't seen it.
She was also Mama in Death Stranding. She was in plenty of things. She's
very good
Yeah,
actress.
she was very, very good in this. They both were so fucking good. I hope it gets Oscar consideration. I really do.
Probably won't.
Probably won't. But
Well, you never know.
It's not rentable. It's just it actually. I think we did rent it, but it was like it just got out of theaters, so it's like $20 right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be somewhere cheaper and or free soon.
Soonish.
But like if you want something that's going to hit you and you really want to see some of the best fucking bodies you've ever seen in your life, I found it to be worth the money. But
Nice.
it was Saber, myself, Kaylee, Kai, and Tony. We were all watching it, and at the end we were all like, like when the one boob came out of the eyeball, it was weird.
Why's her boob coming out of an eyeball?
Oh, watch the movie and find out, my friends.
Okay.
Watch
All
the
right.
movie and find out.
I will put that on the list.
Oh, do it.
Okay.
So that was my adventures in watching. Do it.
All right. Well, that sounds like fun. Yeah. Megan, have you been watching anything crazy?
Probably not that crazy.
Not that crazy. Catching up on Shrinking. This season is knocking it out of the park.
Oh,
I can't. It's so brilliant. I just
It is the best show on television
It is
right now.
It is. It is. It's
Better than the Lioness?
better than the what?
Lioness season 2 is on.
Oh, I don't.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
ooh, it's
haven't-
good.
I'm sorry. Keep going about Shrinking.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
So
We'll go.
Shrinking. For those of you who don't know, Jason Segel and Harrison Ford play off of each other absolutely gorgeously. Jason Segel, I think, is just one of my favorite actors. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I loved him as Marshall. I've loved him in everything I've seen he's ever done. He is just like a giant walking Muppet teddy bear, and I just want to hug him. Also, the big guest star this season. Well, there's a couple. One is Brett Goldstein shows up.
Yep.
Which is he's from Bill Lawrence's other Apple TV show,
Yeah.
Ted Lasso.
Yep.
Plays Roy Kent.
And he was Hercules in Thor: Love and
He
Thunder.
was Hercules.
Hercules.
Um,
Seeing him without a beard was weird.
it was weird. You know what? I don't mind. I'd still hit that.
Well, yeah.
Brett Goldstein, come on my podcast
And her face.
and other parts. And then the second one was actually in this episode that just dropped, I think, like yesterday.
I brought you a pearl necklace.
And her name is Kelly Bishop from
Wow.
Gilmore Girls.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Yep. You stop that.
I kind of freaked out because I haven't seen her much outside of Amy Sherman Palladino stuff. And she, again, another one of my absolute favorite actors that I've just loved in everything she's ever been in. But again, a lot of that has been it's either been Dirty Dancing because she played the mom in Dirty Dancing,
Mm-hmm.
and then she played Emily Gilmore in Gilmore Girls. She played a character who's Fanny, one of the two, in Bunheads, which was only one season, but was also Amy Sherman Palladino. And then she guested in season 4 of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. She was like the head of the matchmaker mafia. And yeah, I was so thrilled to see her in a non-ASP show.
What is Jason Segel's character's name in this?
Jimmy.
No. Is he dating a girl named Sarah by chance?
No.
His wife is dead.
Well,
His wife is dead.
But
was her name Sarah?
But he was. Well, I can't say is. He was tapping my favorite correspondent from the Daily Show, Jessica
Oh,
Williams,
yeah.
who has just an insane
Yeah.
rare shelf.
Oh my god.
Thing is made of gold.
Uh,
Every time you kind of see even parts of it,
It's-
Sabra loses her mind.
I was just wondering because it was
she's-
funny that he played a character named Marshall, and then was in a movie called Forgetting Sarah Marshall. So I was wondering if there was some sort of name connection
Marshall
somewhere.
and Sarah.
No Marshall in this one.
Okay,
No Marshall.
Marshall or Sarah or no.
No.
Marshall's
But
in
it does have Krista Miller in it, and she
Basically Jordan, but I'm okay with it.
she actually says some of Jordan's lines
I think
in this
so.
season. And I'm like, I don't care.
But
I love you.
She's dating the second husband of the neighbor Darcy. Marcy. That's right, because it was Jefferson Darcy was his name in Married with Children.
Oh yeah,
He was the better husband. He plays Derek, who is just the goodest of boys.
Everyone wants a Derek.
Everyone wants a Derek.
I can't blame you.
Which another kind of Damon Wayans Jr.
Yeah.
Playing his friend Derek.
Yeah. Playing Derek.
Who
Another Derek.
who Jessica
Williams.
Jessica Williams' character had kind of a thing
They
with.
had
So
kind of a
I
thing.
hope he comes back because I
really
like
do
him.
too.
I
I
really like
loved
him.
how they played off of each other too. That was a really fun scene to watch. I love that show so much. And Aaron is mad because I started season 2 without him. I'm like, well, you were watching other things.
Speaking of talented, awesome black men, we like Nick from Rebel Ridge, the main guy from that, Aaron something,
Yes.
has been cast as Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern, in the Lantern Corps show that's
Perfect.
going to be coming out. He is perfect. He's this very large, imposing black man.
Love
with
it.
Very
Yeah.
green eyes.
Yeah.
Which means he was basically born to play
Born
John
to play.
fucking Stewart.
Yeah.
And I am into it.
As long as they don't digitize his suit, yes.
Right.
Just don't make the suit green.
Like, oh, yeah,
Digitize some of it.
some of it, but like, just fucking put him in some spandex and call it good or whatever. Leather, whatever they do, that
Whatever
leather
that
stuff
leather
is.
shit is.
Or do like they did with Vision, which I learned recently, which was because I always thought, like when I first saw,
Paint the suit onto his body.
well, it's very actually his is very complicated. So it's really him, and obviously he's really in the suit, you know, and blah blah blah. But they also do some digital stuff. So like when I remember when I first saw it, I thought it was like just a CGI face of
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany, but it's not. It's a composite over his real face. But they intentionally did that to make people think it was CGI. And I thought that was very creative. And I'm like, oh, wow. So it's like, he's like, so really it's his eyes, it's him, his mouth obviously is him, and his hands. But like everything else, it's like, it's a very expensive shot to get Vision, because they get him and they motion capture and then they add all the stuff and then they do all the makeup and all that. And then they digitize and then they take everything out and then put it back in. It's very complicated. It's very cool. But like something like that for Green Lantern would be kind of cool. You know, because he's kind of cosmic.
Yeah.
Or like when he's, you know, Green Lantern-ing.
Green Lanterning.
Yeah. Thank you.
Also went and saw Beetlejuice.
And
It was a movie.
But that's actually what we we're gonna watch last night, but then we ended up doing The Substance.
It was, I mean, Tim Burton's gotten less Tim Burton-y. You know?
really,
And, like, I'm sorry, just stop dating stuff. Or just, like, let the cult classics be the cult classics.
Sure.
You know? I love the original Beetlejuice. It's, you know, probably one of the reasons why I am the way I am. Because I saw that movie when I was, like, I don't know, 4. But yeah, just I don't know. There was just something. Yeah, it was a fun watch. Everyone, stop texting me.
I know your phone keeps going off. You can definitely hear it.
Well, my last childhood pet died yesterday.
What the fuck, Megan?
She was a 19-year-old cat who
Good run though. Damn.
had been.
Bad bin.
She literally like sounded like she'd been smoking since 1946.
Awesome. Love it.
She's just a little bag of skin and bones towards the end, just come up to you.
I
was
can hear it.
asking. But
Always watching.
she lived a good long life and, you know, died in my mom's arms yesterday. Which was just, you know, the cherry on the shit sundae that was yesterday. What was I saying? Beetlejuice.
I hear it was very apparent that Tim Burton is currently dating Monica Bellucci. Because she was basically Helena Bonham Carter throughout that entire movie.
Yep, she was like, I don't think she needed to fucking be there. That whole plot line made no sense and had no bearing on anything else in the script. Except that we got a little zombie Danny DeVito, and that was fucking hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
You'll yeah. I was gonna say you'll know him when you see him, but it's Danny fucking DeVito. But yes, it's very obvious that either her plot was shoehorned in or
It was director penised in.
Yeah. So, yeah, and it didn't need to be there. It was this movie was doing a lot, and not enough of it was the original kooky wackiness.
yeah, I get that.
Like they digitized the sandworm, and
Animation one was so much better.
it just didn't hit the same. I mean, like I said, I enjoyed it. It was a good watch. Not as good as the original. So, meh.
Meh, heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about the Lioness real quickly.
Yeah.
Season 2 started. It's fucking out of this
I'm liking
world.
it even more
Yeah,
so far.
way better. And Zoe Saldana just fucking comes in with the biggest pair of brass cojones ever.
And just throwing ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
This has been the year like butts.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
a lot of butts. Somebody gave Han, what's her first name? Agatha Longstar.
Catherine Hahn.
Catherine. Wait, why was it? It was close. Anyways, Catherine Hahn. They get a reward for first female butt in a Marvel / Disney movie.
In a Disney Marvel movie. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
that was butt. Anyways, but yeah, fucking season 2 starts off right away, and nothing but action. Zoe Saldana just laying it down in more ways than one, and letting you know that she's in charge. Nicole Kidman's character bugs me, and I don't know if it's the way she's portraying it.
I think she's supposed to. I really think she's supposed to be just an upsetting character.
She is, and like her,
But it's not made any better by the fact that you just think about her in those stupid AMC commercials, and you shut up in your Barney Stinson diamond pinstripe suit.
Yeah, and she's got. There's a couple scenes where she does this eye expression that just it's disturbing. I don't know.
The reason I don't like Jennifer Aniston, because she does that one Jennifer Aniston face in everything she's in. The pursed lips, squinting eyed, like, fuck you, Jennifer Aniston. Like, Josh Gad, I still hate you. Oh, Josh Gad. Now I'm thinking about how he's writing and directing the new Spaceballs sequel, and I just want to kill myself. I've been taking screenshots of all the comment sections on these Spaceballs movie announcements where people are saying how much he sucks and how the movie will fail because of him, and I'm just like, yeah, these people. Liking every single one.
You just got yourself.
I know.
into that
I
Josh
just
Gad
got myself
angry.
in a dander.
Sure,
Sorry.
it's okay. It's okay.
You're safe, Kevin. We're here. It's
my
okay.
my all-time favorite Nicole Kidman, because I've been a fan of Nicole Kidman for a long time.
Days of Thunder.
No,
No.
Moulin Rouge.
Well, duh.
Oh, man.
That's a quintessential
So good.
Nicole Kidman.
It's like a free space.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like when people say like, "Oh, what TV show do you wish had never been canceled, or what canceled TV show do you still think about this day?" If Firefly's a free space, you don't have to say it. That's
Yeah.
what everybody's thinking. Say something different. And the answer is Forever, starring Johan Griffith and Judd Hirsch.
Okay.
Stop it. Also, the Lower Deck season 5 is out. You didn't know this?
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was until next week.
No.
Fuck, that's what I'm doing when I get home. Then
It's-
this Ghost just started back up, and I had no idea.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
fuck, I love that show.
Ghost.
Oh, Ghosts.
Ghosts. Okay.
It's on, I think Paramount Plus.
Oh, well, that explains
It's
why. I
Rose
don't
McIver.
see
It's
it.
a remake of a British show
Okay.
about this couple who inherits like an old
yeah,
mansion, and
yeah,
they turn
I've
into
seen-
an Airbnb, and it's got
I've seen
like
clips of that. and-
hilarious ghosts being
Yeah.
cheeky
Yeah.
because she can see them because she got into an accident.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's it's such a fun, unobtrusive show.
Yeah.
It's one where you can just watch it and turn your brain off and go, it's got Kevin G from Mean Girls in it. I love this.
Yeah. The last season of it's got 3 or 4 episodes already. New episode tonight.
Dang.
Mother. Why didn't every time I've gone into Paramount Plus? Why isn't it fucking said anything?
It doesn't pop up on mine either.
What?
When the new episodes, because I happened upon it.
They're shoving Star Trek shit to the sidelines,
Huh.
and I don't know why. It has to be what makes them.
But every
most
time there's a
money.
new episode, that should pop up in your fucking new episode thing.
Don't.
Nope.
Yeah, it doesn't pop up in mine either, so don't feel bad.
Fucking Weird.
And then Dune's the new Dune
Yeah, the
series
Dune.
on
Dune Prophecy.
November 17th.
Yeah, I'm very excited
Yeah,
to watch
next
that.
week.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
watching Dune 2 or Dune
Okay.
Part 2, I should say.
I keep hearing Doom.
Dune.
Dune.
Nah.
Um,
Sand Dune.
And I realized something that the first original Dune. So
The
Dune
Tom
1
McLaughlin one.
right.
Yeah.
So Dune 1 and 2
Captain.
are the well, and Part 3 too. That's the full book. That's
Yeah.
the full first book of Dune.
Mm-hmm.
And the original Kyle MacLachlan one was all of that crammed into one movie.
Yep.
Yeah. That's probably why.
And the
I
original
didn't do it as well.
take was like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
which I've seen, which is very long. Although today's standards, you go, there are some movies that are 3 hours, and I could sit through that, but that one was just holy fuck. So this one total will be fucking close to 9 hours,
Yeah.
if not more, with all three combined.
Mhm.
I don't know when Dune Part 3 is going to come out, but hopefully
Messiah.
soon. Yeah,
Dune Messiah.
yeah, I can't wait for it. But we did
Especially
also,
the return of Duncan Idaho.
yeah, and that's what I was.
Spoilers, I mean.
These books have been out for how long? Yeah.
Patrick Stewart comes back. We all know that. He's riding a fucking worm.
I don't know how reputable it is, but I read something recently that was like Patrick Stewart got the part of Gurney because the director was the wrong guy.
Yeah,
He didn't want Patrick Stewart; he wanted somebody else. It was
Yeah.
either a different Patrick Stewart or it was somebody he was thinking of that was different. Because Patrick Stewart, even back then, did not really fit the part of Gurney.
no.
No.
Gurney is supposed to be big and imposing, and
not.
he's supposed to be like a fucking warrior.
Yeah.
And that is, Patrick Stewart, of course, still played it brilliantly because he's
Yeah.
Patrick the fuck Stewart with
Right.
his stupid little pug and his stupid little machine gun. But
Right? Yeah, he did.
I found that out, and I thought that was goddamn. I'm like, yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, and I when watching part 2 that
Like Tom Cruise is fucking Jack Reacher.
Dallas, God, he's so fucking good. The Dallas, what's his fucking name?
Josh Brolin,
Nope,
Bryce Dallas Howard.
nope. The guy that plays his nephew, this crazy one, the Sting part,
Oh,
played Elvis.
Oh,
Yeah.
Austin
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler. Sorry,
Dallas,
Austin
Austin, same thing.
Same.
Butler. God, he's so good in that. Anyways,
Dallas house
He's-
servant, Austin Butler, same thing.
he's so good in that. So yeah. Season 5 is of Lower Decks is okay. I mean, it's good. It's fun. Nothing that's like crazy good about it yet.
Fair enough.
Late June. Wait. Nope. Sorry. Dune Messiah. Looking it up. Possibly December 18th, 2026.
There's a new Count of Monte Cristo series coming.
Yes.
Is there?
Yes, and I think
Yes.
it's coming to Peacock, and I'm so interested because actually the pretty boy doctor, nurse in the Substance movie is actually playing Monsieur Morel, and so that's how I found out about it because I was like, who is this fucking beautiful son of a bitch? But yeah, it's coming like December, I think, and for the most part, it's mostly no names. I'm not seeing anybody who like jumps out at me as like, oh, fuck that guy, except for the fact that Jeremy Irons is in it as I believe a very small part.
Nice.
But in fact, I think he might be playing the monk.
Really?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
But he did that.
Aaron loves that.
I love
He loves that
the
book
Count of Monte.
and the
I love the
movie.
book. I love the movie. I'm in love with the new one, even though Jim Caviezel
Caviezel.
is such a turd
Dude.
burglar.
The new one.
Like Guy Ritchie, tiny baby Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah.
Not Guy Ritchie. Sorry, Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce.
And then the babyest
The
Henry
babyest
Cavill that's
Henry
ever
Cavill.
existed.
He's literally
a dear
like
sweet
16.
boy. Dear sweet boy.
Ugh.
I love that movie. I love it. It is in my top 5.
We had
Louis Guzman.
Oh, that's
Luis
right, he was in that.
Guzman. Yes.
I loved him in IMDb. That one's for all of you community fans.
There's a new doctor show coming out too that I'm just like, it looks like Parks and Rec. Well, it's from the creators of Parks and Rec, and
Well, then maybe I'm interested.
it looks exactly like it looks like they took Scrubs and made it into The Office.
Mm.
It's got David Allen Greer
Yeah,
and God damn.
I'll probably watch it. I
will watch it maybe just to see check it out, but I'm like, I don't like that format. That interview ish, like, is it?
I kind of do.
I liked Parks and Rec better than The Office, but I
mean,
don't mind
Nick
that
Offerman was-
format.
and the
Robert
less
Moss.
sense it makes that they're doing like a documentary style thing to it, the more I like it. Like What We Do in the Shadows is fucking perfection. Oh, I gotta watch that tonight too.
Aaron and I finally watched Umbrella Academy season 4.
And what did we think?
What? For loving fuck.
That face was priceless.
Okay.
I
Okay.
told you it sure did end.
It sure did end, and like for how I can't even so they
Use your words.
I can't. There are so many of them that I just they're not coming out of me. They're all getting stuck trying to get out.
Flames on the
The
side of my face.
or more like tentacles on the side of my face. Because there were a lot of tentacles. The wheels came off the wagon in the last 2 episodes, because until the last 2 episodes I was like, okay, all right, wait, another kooky crazy adventure, end of the world shit that they have to stop.
Vintage Umbrella
Yeah,
Academy.
Vintage Umbrella Academy. And then the last 2 episodes, like, skip ahead a minute if you don't want to hear this, but it's been out since July, so fuck off. 5 hooks up with his sister-in-law with impunity.
No. Okay. I will actually protect that little piece of storyline.
I
will.
hate it.
I didn't.
Hated
I didn't
it.
like that it happened, but I'm going to protect it, because you have to remember they were together.
Yeah.
Just them for like 6
Yeah,
years.
for 6 years.
Of
But
course they're gonna fuck.
yes, but there's also ways they could have done it where it emphasized more of like a brother-sister kind of friendship, because those 2 actors have a lot of chemistry. I'm not going to deny that. The characters,
I
just
think it's
I
perfectly
hated,
natural that happened.
I hated everything about it.
The fact that it took them 6 years, I think, is a testament to
Hated
the
everything
brother-sister
about
thing.
it. Yeah, but I still hated it. And then they all just die. Like, there's, it sure did end
Sure did.
in a really weird, unsatisfactory way that did no service to any character growth or development. And
Except for what's her face?
Lila?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just her.
Just Lila, but
No
then
one
she
else.
died and it didn't matter, so yeah. I kind of want to read some of the comic books and compare and contrast.
I feel like I have the first volume graphic novel.
Yeah.
I'll have to look. I have Invincible. I have Jupiter. Whatever. The very short-lived superhero series with. I can't remember who's in it, because I can't remember if it's Tim Oliphant or Josh Duhamel, because they're the same person. But anyway, that one.
Sure.
Ugh.
I feel bad that I can't remember, but I have the first one, and I think I have Umbrella Academy Volume 1. If I do, I'll throw it at you.
Sweet.
Now I gotta find out what this show was.
We also have like all of the Sandman graphic novels box set, because Aaron's brother had them, and then sent them back with his mom when his mom went out to visit. But yeah, Umbrella Academy, what the fuck? Not happy with how that ended.
Jupiter's Legacy, and it was Josh Duhamel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah.
Go me.
Trying to think of other stuff I've watched. Did either of you hear about Chimp Crazy?
No.
Yes, I haven't watched it though, because I don't think I want.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so it's by the guy who made Tiger King.
Oh, yeah.
I already hate it.
But it's about chimps. A lady who lived in Missouri, who ran a chimp sanctuary, and it like documents her fight with PETA, because they tried to shut her down because of deplorable living conditions for chimps, and they were, because it's in Missouri, and so PETA gets the order to shut her down.
Every time you say PETA, I hear PETA.
PETA. They go to shut her down. She had like 7 or 8 chimps, and one of them is just missing. when they go to pick it up and they're like, what the fuck? She's like, no, he died last night. Sorry. My bad. And it's a whole thing. It gets crazy. Very well done. But also like, what did I just watch? And there is so many things wrong with every person in that documentary. Anyway. Chimp Crazy.
Thank
it's on
you.
HBO. Or
Hibbo.
Max or whatever.
I'll call it Max when I'm dead in the ground, because when I think of Max, I think of Cinemax. When I think of Cinemax, I think of late night softcore porn.
Skinamax.
Yeah. Oh,
That got Nick back.
We used to like watch that stuff at like parties, and we would like turn off the sound and come up with our own dialogue. The good old days.
Yes,
Wait, were they?
Couldn't wait for those free weekends.
Oh yeah.
Lord of the G Strings.
Yeah.
A good one.
Or
Dildo Saggins.
Or when I worked at
I did watch Fellowship of the Ring yesterday, just as a little pick me up.
When I worked at a Super 8, we had a buddy's birthday party there and rented out the suite, and it's got two TVs in it, and we, the scrambled porn channel. It had the volume on one channel, or the audio on one channel, and the video kind of, the static video,
the green, red, pink blur.
Yeah.
I remember it very clearly.
Fucking hilarious.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
These aren't formative core memories for these guys. What are you talking about?
Good times. I was trying to think of anything else I was really watching that was peak interest. Really, just get caught up on everything, and should we move on to nerd grabs?
Hell yeah.
And then do our happy ending for Agatha all along.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Nerd grabs. Who wants to go first? Anybody? Bueller?
I got a wife.
You should.
Oh.
Heyo.
But also, as one of the wedding presents, I had told a tragic backstory of my favorite toy when I was but a youngster to our good friend Sean Beveridge.
Oh.
Hi, Sean.
Sean, hi.
So I because he had posted, because he works at a comic shop, and he likes to post like cool things
all
that
the weird
they have
cool stuff that they have.
for sale. Yeah. And one of them was the old 1990s electronic Klingon bird of prey.
Oh yeah,
the green one,
yeah.
The one from Star Trek 4 where they go back in time and save the whales.
Yeah,
it is my favorite ship in Star Trek.
Yeah,
I love that ship. And when I was but a lad, it was my favorite toy.
Oh,
it made all sorts of cool sounds. I like flying it around and having it blow up the Enterprise B because that ship sucks. I hate the Excelsior class. Fuck it. It's ugly. It's not ugly. It's ugly. It's the brand new one that they have in like Disco and whatever. Now that is a pretty fucking Excelsior class. Anyway, I have feelings. So it was my favorite toy. And so one day, some fuse blows in our house.
Mm-hmm.
And so my room in the basement is where the fuse box is. It is behind my bed. I have my bed, and then I have my...
there, you can relive your childhood.
We'll see. Oh, God. Oh, you can't see any of the... We're having terrible ship. It's really ugly. I know, right?
I have the micro machines of the Bird of Prey and the Excelsior Enterprise.
Awesome. That was fun. I had a good time. Anyway, Jesus Christ. You can't distract me like that. I have ADHD I don't have meds for right now.
Me too.
Fuck.
Super fun.
But anyway, so I have my bed, and then I have my toy box, and like the makeshift wall, because
Gotcha.
I didn't have a fourth wall, but I had like a makeshift fourth wall.
Yeah.
And so that's where my toy box was. It was just a Cub like cardboard tote.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't want something with a cover. I didn't want something fancy.
Yeah,
I
you just want to
easy
be able
access
to
to my
grab
toys.
it.
I'm like, because my mom had offered to give me like a cool toy. I'm like, no, I don't want that. This is great because then I can see everything.
Yeah.
I can draw on it.
Yeah.
And I did. I drew a ninja on it. I would sometimes fight him. Anyway,
Young Kevin sounds like a blast.
Young Kevin kicked so much ass. So anyway, I had my toys in there. They weren't everywhere. I kept a pretty tidy room. But he needed to move. He needed to get behind my bed, and so my stepfather at the time. But instead of just being a normal person and like moving things, what he did was rip my bed away and then step over my toy box, but he didn't step over it like to avoid it. He stepped through it. So he stepped on my toys and shattered beyond repair my electronic Klingon bird the fuck of prey. And he also broke my fucking Krang android. It was like a 12-inch one that you could put the little Krang inside and you could fight the little Ninja Turtles and shit. He broke that. That I think I was able to glue back together because that I think just snapped in half. But like the bird of prey was done because the electronics were snapped and I didn't know how to fix that. And I'll hate that man forever.
Yeah, I would too.
Glad you went to jail. And I'm sad that you're out, but apparently you've come out of the closet finally and you're more at peace with yourself. And I'm proud of you for that. But if we ever meet, I'm going to hit you with a baseball bat. Anyway. Not because of the Klingon bird of prey thing. There was so much like.
It sounds like there was some shit, and I would need to know this story.
I could tell some
entirety.
stories, but this is best threesome ever, not Kevin's therapy hour. So anywho, that was a very lovely gift given to me from Sean Beverage and drink.
Yeah.
And I've also picked up the new Dragon Age game, which people are crying about being too woke. Because that is what they do. But I'm having a lovely time.
Yeah.
It's because you can make your character whatever gender you want, and
oh no,
you can have the haircut, and you.
Who cares?
Here's my one
haircut?
gripe.
What?
You know the shaved side colors and that kind of thing. Here's my one gripe. The character creation system is great. It's a little bit more cartoony than the previous entries have been, but for the first time, it has nudity, so you can actually. You can actually take off their clothes and there's some titties. Now here is where I have a gripe. The maximum breast size is still like a B cup. Like I gave her the biggest titties I could, and she's still just kind of Kaylee shaped, which is fine. Kaylee, as we all know, is great.
Got really
but
nice
I want to give this girl some absolute fucking cannons.
Some Lara Croft.
Some
Giganto.
Some bazooka. Because even in Baldur's Gate 3, you get those things pretty sizable.
Yeah.
Even on Star Trek Online, you can too.
Yeah, in Star Trek Online, you can get some big old. You can't see them though.
No,
I mean, there's mods, I think,
probably.
But if I want to have some big old gazungas, and I want to have a big fat ass.
I get you.
Is that too much to ask?
Right? Is that too much to ask? Other than that, I'm having an absolutely lovely time. They've revamped the combats. It's very, very cool. The spells are pretty dope. So,
nice.
Because I always got to play mage first, because that's who I am. But in Dragon Age, you could be it's called a knight enchanter. So it's basically a mage who can wield like a magic lightsaber sword kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for me.
Yeah.
I love it.
That sounds like it strokes all of Kevin's happy spaces.
Yes, and it's a little more action. It's a little more fast paced than Baldur's Gate, but I think now that you're a gamer, TM, you might want to give that one a little shotsky.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try and convince us. Dragon Age Veilguard is the new one.
Veilguard. Is it like a kind of like a first person view, or is
nope, third person? And you can make something called a Canary, which is basically a tiefling.
Nice,
hot. Human, elf, Canary, or dwarf.
Ian and I just started our very first multiplayer BG3. And I'm playing as a half-orc fighter.
Love it.
And I don't play characters without magic. I'm having a hard time with this fighter. I'm like, I want to just blast these people, but
Eldritch Knight, baby.
Yeah.
Eldritch Knight.
We haven't gotten that far in the level
but once
up
you
process,
are, then
but
it is one of the perfect fucking spell swords,
combat.
which is my space right there. I love spell swords.
No, I'm a straight up magic hoe. Give me a sorcerer, give me a wizard. And I'm happy.
You're a wizard.
There is a new before we get to everybody else, there's a new book that came out for D&D. It's like licensed homebrew basically, but there's a new, I think it's Warlock that is instead of a demon, you get a parasitic entity, and you basically play as Venom.
Nice.
But as a caster.
Cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool as shit.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Anyway, who's next?
Forgot there was one other thing that I went back and
You
did watch
son of-
Borderlands.
Oh, so did we.
It was good.
Okay.
I'll let you think that.
I mean, it was okay, but I mean, like, it was
I mean, you're welcome to enjoy it.
well, for not knowing anything about it.
I
It
was
like
I was entertained,
right, yeah.
but
that's
I
what
also
meant.
know a lot about Borderlands.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it,
And
so
I know quite a bit. I will say that that Ariana Greenblatt was probably the best part of the movie.
yeah,
Some of the roles were horrendously cast.
yes,
Krieg was great.
yes.
End of list. Like Kate Blanchett, she's an incredible actress.
Right.
But like, I'm trying to not sound like a dickhead. I really am not.
It just wasn't
because
cast right.
Because I liked older women playing kick-ass roles,
Yeah.
but with the exception of Tiny Tina, all of the women were
Older.
older,
Yeah.
and they're all of them. There should have been some middle ground here.
Moxie should have not been
She
played.
should have been in her 30s.
Yeah.
She should have been played by.
Seen it
Haley Atwell is kind of coming to mind.
yeah, or
Speaking of which, I really like the animated Tomb Raider show. It's good.
it's on my queue to watch.
I had a good time.
So
continue.
the new Gundam one. Anyways, it was for me for not knowing any thing about it. It was okay. It was fun, but it was kind of
Yeah,
I'm done with it.
I wanted a little bit more of it. Jack Black was fine as Claptrap.
Yeah.
He didn't sound very Jack Blacky.
Right.
He did sometimes, but he mostly just sounded like Claptrap, and I was impressed.
Right. I also watched The Terror, which is it's got 2 seasons actually, but it's only one of them is available. It's about the Arctic expedition that got lost from England.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's on our list.
It was from like 2018. It was from quite a while ago.
Huh.
The cast is oh god, it is so good.
Yeah.
Jared Harris.
Oh,
All right.
Great.
So
it is some of
you had me at Jared Harris.
it is if you're looking for like action or like whatever, but if you're looking for good people who develop really good characters and really get you involved in their characters, this is the show because it is so good.
Fucking George Takei shows up.
Well, that's in the second season, which is not available. The first season is the
Where is it?
It's on
Netflix,
Hulu, AMC Plus,
Hulu.
Netflix.
Oh, okay.
I'm willing to bet AMC Plus has the new season.
It might.
Mm.
But I mean, it's an older show, so that's what.
And V has that. Is V watching? Because Walking Dead just wrapped.
Yeah.
So Daryl Dixon.
It's about Franklin's lost expedition that they try to find the
Yeah.
Southwest Passage through, or the Northwest Passage through Antarctica. They took a wrong turn.
Did
and
not
got
go
stuck
great.
in the ice, and they all vanished and disappeared and died. Spoilers.
Maybe I'll move that up our list then.
But they don't.
Looks good.
It is good. They throw a little twist into it. I'm not going to explain the
Mm.
twist, but they throw a little mysticism in it.
Little twist.
Which I kind of was like, at first I was like, what are we trying to portray here? And I was like, okay, I get it now. But there's some suspense, but the acting is off the walls, fucking amazing. I want to say this came out in 2017 because in 2016 is when they found out some new evidence because they thought they all died of like, not quite scurvy, but like a
Frozen scurvy.
no, like a zinc deficiency,
Oh yeah.
which is not scurvy. And so they make a lot of mention about that, or lead poisoning. They make a lot of mention about that. But that's actually, they found out like probably the year they were filming it, the discovery was that wasn't quite the case. They just,
Just kind of.
but there's all sorts of things that you just go, what the fuck is going on here? But it's very good. So watch that. For nerd grabs, I don't have much. I got a really cool tabard from Blake, which I mentioned before.
Bryant syndrome.
Your little gift boxes were pretty sweet.
Yeah, they were.
I wish I could have seen you guys open them. I'm a little sad about that.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
You were busy doing a million other
During
things.
I had a
12,000
lot of
other
shit to
things.
do.
Also, the food was very good. I complimented Rob on the meat was very good, very well cooked, well seasoned. Everything was good. Nothing was bad at all. It was very delicious. So Good choice on the meat or food choices, and cooked well. So thank you, Rob and Sean and Iz for doing that.
And Sarah.
And Sarah.
Yeah, she.
And
she
Oh,
Sarah.
yeah,
did
that's
a
right.
lot of
Sarah
work,
was
too.
there. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Sarah was there too. But your little gift boxes were cool. A little, although my name is spelled 3 different ways. It's hilarious.
As happens.
It does happen, and I don't really care. It makes it more fun. The shot glass is cool. The little sippy, what's that thing called? Flask. There it is.
Flask.
That's super cool. The necklace with all the dice in it. I don't know if it's a necklace, but it's a little bally thing.
Yeah.
Mini dice in it.
Oh, you got mini dice?
Bunch of little. Well, it's like a ball with like a bunch of little mini dice in it. I should just go grab it.
Cute.
Put it in here. And then a bunch of like random like little coolie. Like I like that little clip. Not that I have hair to put it in. But the little skull. Clip.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a hair clip. I don't know what it's. I probably could
I
just
used
clip
it
to
as a
some
hair
clothes.
clip.
You can put it in your beard.
I could put it in my beard.
You could.
There's a little
Clip
blue
back.
kyber crystal. It's pretty sweet. I'm sure it wasn't meant to be a kyber crystal, but
That's exactly what it's meant to be.
Oh.
I put it's a crystal pendant, but I'm like, I want everybody to have like a little kyber crystal, so I picked out everyone's color very meticulously.
yes, it was very cool.
I got a little blue one.
Mine is also blue. It's very dark blue.
Some lapis lazuli.
Yeah, I gave you kind of the fun looking one because lapis lazuli is actually my favorite stone.
Yeah.
You got one of the
And
only
I'm your favorite
like,
person. I
like
get it.
one of the only like solid color ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Mine
pretty
is
solid.
very clear and
Like
very
a,
blue.
like a dark blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was about it. It's just been.
And the seasoning shaker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the seasoning. I already
haven't
used
tried
it.
it yet.
Yeah. I put it on a steak. It's fucking delicious. Is that your own blend?
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna possibly start selling it as like a side hustle.
It's a fucking.
I have about
delicious.
5 blends that I'm thinking of cooking up.
I threw it on a steak. It's perfect. It's all it needed.
Can't wait
I
to
probably
use
could use a little bit more seasoning. But is that the same stuff you used at the wedding?
No.
Okay.
Rob put together a couple of marinades. The
Okay.
steak was in a chocolate cherry, and the chicken was in a citrus trio. So it was
I had the chicken. Just had the steak.
so it was
I didn't
like
have
a
these.
lemon, lime, and orange.
Hmm.
He was gonna do pineapple, but Devin is allergic.
Gotcha.
I think somebody else there was too.
Yeah, just recently just been getting ready for this new film coming up that we film in a week. I know. I'm sorry, Kevin.
So I was busy. And like when we decided to move back our honeymoon, I was like, oh, maybe I can do it now. But I still did not have any fucking time to go to any rehearsals or anything because like I was originally approached to
Yeah.
be like the main bad guy.
Yeah.
And I was so fucking stoked because I was like, finally, the Fight Monkeys are doing something that highlights what I bring to the table.
Right.
My gimmick, and I can't even do it because I was too fucking busy.
We'll have plenty more. There's plenty of other projects up on the.
I want to dance.
I know.
I want to dance.
It's quite the project, and this is probably the biggest film I've ever done, and the most headache that I've ever had making a film.
If you need me to show up for stunt dancing, I can do that.
You want to show up and die and be an extra? Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Kinda.
Please,
Kinda.
can. Yeah, this has been the biggest because our lead actress bowed out about a week ago because she had an injury. Not anything to do with the rehearsal, but just
just-
like a progressive shoulder injury
Ooh.
that the doctor's like, nah, you probably.
I get it.
So we had to find a replacement real quick, and she's got to learn the fights in about a week.
Who'd you replace her with?
Um,
Any more
Ren-
monkeys or somebody new?
No, somebody knew that Lee knew. I mean, we threw out all the feelers we could. Luckily, she said yes and saved us. Like seriously, this has been the biggest project I've ever had to deal with, and just with all original music and 35 people, and it's just fucking crazy. So, yeah, we start filming next Friday. Yay! A week from tomorrow. Yay! And then trying to organize food for people because normally that was Amanda would just be like, oh, I'll just make stuff, and I'm like, cool. And we had small casts, except for the bar scene, we had quite a few people that we fed, but Amanda made all that food, and so now I was like, oh, what the fuck do I do? So my mom is helping out. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
You're the best. But then trying to figure out all the dietary restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple vegans. I have a person who's gluten-free. And so that will be fun. But yeah, it's. I mean, I'm excited for it, and Ian is super excited for it because obviously he's editing it. And it's just been the biggest hoof I've ever had to deal with. So yay, movie making. And this is a short film, people. A short fucking film. But anyways, everything's starting to fall into place, so I'm optimistically cautious, nervous, something like that. Anyways, Megan.
I don't really have anything. I'm actually like trying to think about it, and I don't really. No, I don't.
Nothing.
I got nothing. I am.
She also got a bunch of the stuff that
I
was in the
did.
last
I did
sheet,
get a
'cause
bunch of that.
Both of them were in my party.
Yes.
Sure were.
Yeah. So I got a flask. I got a little crow skull hair clip or some sort of bird hair clip. I got some pretty hair sparklies. That perfectly went with poison ivy.
I really thought about picking up that mask for you.
Oh yeah. It would have been too much.
Still.
I mean, yeah, it was still cool. But yeah, I was just kind of really focused on getting that costume together and Kevin's wedding, and now that it's over, I'm kind of back to, well, I started back at my old job because they wanted me back.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, and it's a short contract, so I think at the end of that they'll be offering me a full-time position. Oh, that's cute as hell.
Aww.
So yeah, I'll be,
We're awesome.
having money again.
Yay, money.
Probably not in order to,
Buy anything
to
fun.
buy anything fun, but
Yeah, me neither.
who knows?
I can't afford anything funny right now. So. Yeah. All right. Well, if that's it, then this has been. Well, stay tuned for our happy ending for Agatha all along. But this has been Best Threesome Ever, episode 180, brought to you by Jaybird Wines. I'm Nick.
I'm Megan.
I'm Kevin.
And we will see you next time.
Welcome to Best Threesome Ever's Happy Ending, a spoilerific review of whatever movie we just saw, where we discuss all of the things that got us there.
All right, and we're back with our happy ending for Agatha all along, where we talk about it and spoil the shit out of it. So if you're here and you haven't watched it, then probably want to stop listening. But
If you haven't watched it and you care about spoilers, well,
yeah,
stop. Just
Right.
turn it off. Turn the podcast off.
listen to
Walk away.
Listen to the wonderful intro for this segment done by Kevin. I'll spoil the shit out of it. So
Yeah.
Agatha all along.
Down the road. Holy shit.
I
That song has been stuck in my head for a week.
I bet.
I feel like, and though I know we didn't discuss it when we briefly talked about Agatha all along in a couple episodes ago, but I totally called Aubrey Plaza's
Lady
character.
Death.
Yeah.
The
I
original
felt
Green Witch.
well, yeah, but that's what threw me off at first, because in the first couple episodes she's wearing all black.
Yeah.
And she's got that she's carrying that dagger with her, and I was like, okay, there's something with this. And she kind of sort of emphasized it. And then I started realizing that the credits kind of were foreshadowing some of the things that were to come. And what really cued me into it was when she said, if I kiss you, I will die. Or if you kiss, Agatha says to her, if I kiss you, I will die. I'm like, it's got to be Lady Death. It's got to be fucking Lady Death. It's got to be, fucking got to be.
And then
It was.
And
I felt for once in my life vindicated about a prediction that I had that I was right about, because it doesn't happen all that often. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the last episode was great. We saw fucking Wiccan in his glory and all of his. And then I saw a back thing about his costume, and there's touches of both Scarlet Witch
and Vision.
Vision, because Vision, like, there's
It's
a
kind
pattern.
of the same color almost.
Right, but there's a pattern
purple.
inside of his cloak that you don't really see on screen, but it's there. That is very Vision, and that's very cool.
There's a lot of cool symbols on his sleeves. If you look through them, they're not all like runes. Like there's one that is very much Wanda's crown. There is an X symbol. There's the Norse Trinity from Mjolnir is on there too.
Yeah.
Lots of like little symbols.
Apparently, that tells his story, is what the costumer said. Is that the ruins tell his Wiccan story?
Interesting.
Like, okay. Those things kind of fascinate me. Just fucking good. Disappointed that you bring up another fucking character and you point towards this guy, and then nothing.
Don't show up. Yeah.
And then also they changed Rio from a guy to a girl, which is fine, but they did that again. Agatha's love interest was Rio. I can't remember the character's last name,
but I do remember them dancing on the sand.
Get out.
Rio and she dances on the sand. Come on, Duran.
All right, sorry.
Oi.
But yeah, because they mentioned another character by name, man.
Mephisto.
Yes, and I thought for the longest time the kid was Mephisto's kid. That's wrong. It's very wrong.
I'm sad Kitty Foreman died super early on.
Yeah, last time we talked was that episode where she died, and you thought she was Mephisto.
I kind of wish she'd,
Kevin.
you know.
Mm-hmm. So I was looking up Rio.
Oh,
yeah, I don't want to talk about the Mephisto thing. I'm very annoyed about it. But we got to see Ralph Boner again.
Yeah, we did.
And that's kind of all I care about. Fucking love that son of a bitch. It's like, you're the best fake out ever.
That fucking red herring ass motherfucker.
Classic Boner.
Classic Boner.
Remember in one show in the 80s, they had a character named Boner?
The not Facts of Life.
It wasn't Family Ties. It was
it was the one that Kirk Cameron was on.
Yeah.
Growing Pains.
Yeah.
His friend.
His friend BFF was Boner.
Great name. Anyways, I got that all along.
I enjoyed the absolute hell out of it. I'm really glad that it seems to have shut up a lot of the naysayers.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but a lot of them. It actually maintained a really high score.
Yeah.
Because people were like, okay, I take it back. This fucking slaps. And you're like, you're goddamn right it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get Agatha the White at the end.
Totally do. I have a picture on my phone right now that might become my cover photo, and it's of Anakin, Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Agatha. As Force Ghosts.
Yes. I love it.
It's hilarious.
I love that.
So, is there?
I've just been waiting because I wanted to get out of the couple weeks of spoiler territory. So
right. So I'm curious. First of all, is there going to be a season 2? And if there is,
I haven't heard, but
because it kind of left a pretty big cliffhanger.
It did.
Are they going to go find his brother?
Or if they might do like with Agatha, do another show and do Wiccan and Speed.
Yeah.
Right, but his vision was that his brother was drowning.
Well, the body who his brother is going to inhabit was drowning.
Yeah.
Because that Wiccan is not his original body.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a kid who died, and he was all like, "Yoink!"
Yeah. This body's mine now.
And so
then he put Tommy in the body of the kid who was
either
drowning.
they're going to do another show with Bimmy and Jimmy, or they're going to just put them into Young Avengers.
Yeah.
With Kate Bishop and Ms. Marvel and
well, given how our track record
America
goes of
Chavez.
Talking about one season shows, tomorrow it'll probably be announced that it's canceled.
Probably.
Knock on wood that I hope it's not, but
that'd be hilarious.
Well, and that's
funny.
the thing is, I'm trying to figure out if they're even going to try and pursue another season, or if, like I said, they're going to, because they've just announced that they're not going to be moving forward with another season of Moon Knight, but it looks like he's now going to be getting his own movie.
Haven't they filmed season 2?
Mm-mm.
What?
Mm-mm.
I know.
Yeah.
But if he gets his own movie, dope.
All right, yeah. I'll watch it.
Big budget.
Mostly
Well-
because I love you, Oscar.
And then are we ever going to get an Eternals 2 or a...
Nope, they have said that they're going to steer away from that for now.
Jesus Christ. They're steering away from everything.
Oh,
It's changing everything.
I know, and I will forever defend the Eternals. I loved it. I think it's some of the best.
I haven't seen it.
I think it's some of the best examples of a speedster we've ever gotten in a superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. And then the ending was great. And then they,
Oh, God
they
damn it.
teased Black Knight and fucking Blade again. And now is that fucking gone too?
I hope not. I hope they do something with that. But apparently something that's coming. I think Captain America: New World Order is going to finally acknowledge either that or Thunderbolts. One of the two is supposed to finally acknowledge the Celestial that's just hanging out in the middle of the fucking ocean. They're finally going to talk about that.
Talk about this.
This just
No.
happened.
Ignore it.
And how it just appeared and nobody seems to care. Different. They'll just be like, it's a different universe. It's
Also, I forgot to mention Only Murders in the Building, but it's too late.
Oh God! It's not too late.
It is too late.
is too
we're in our last segment.
I know.
God damn it.
Agatha, if you haven't watched it, watch it. It was way better than it should have been. Fucking Only Murders in the Building. What an ending! Holy shit!
Holy shit.
I love that show so much.
I love that show so much. Nick is just like, I quit.
You watch that show, Nick?
No.
You should.
You would love it.
You like it's about a podcast. For fuck's sake.
It is about a podcast.
have-
It's also Steve Martin and
Martin Short and Selena Gomez, and they have so much chemistry that I wish they could. And I believe I've mentioned this on the podcast before.
Probably.
I wish they could like take Nataro, Selena Gomez into the Three Amigos over Chevy
Yes.
Chase.
Oh my God, that would be perfect.
It would also make it like 33% less problematic.
Probably.
Yeah. Chevy Chase.
No, I don't watch it. I haven't watched it.
It's got Paul Rudd and
There's a couple
Jane,
of different characters
and
now
Jane Lynch
as the best
as
character.
the bestest boy.
Meryl Streep as
Meryl
this
Streep.
What's it on?
Hulu.
Hulu.
No. I haven't
Meryl
been back
Streep.
to Hulu in a while.
Matthew Broderick in season 3 stars as himself
Yep.
for a couple episodes.
There's like a-
There's another.
Like kind of a shitty version of himself, and
Yeah.
I really love when celebrities play like weird
Same.
versions of themselves, like
Right.
James Vanderbeek and Don't
Right.
Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23, Adam West in Family Guy.
Right.
If you like, I want to be marginally famous enough to one day play a ridiculous version of myself. That's the dream.
There you go. No, but I started watching it. There's a new HBO show that is about they're making a movie and all things, and
Oh yeah.
I thought I would like it. The first episode, I only watched the first episode, and I thought I would like it more than I did. But I'm kind of like,
Which one? I'm sorry.
It's
Oh, this
it's
sounds-
got the Baron in it, and it's got
I'm trying to think of the name and I can't.
the guy that plays the Baron in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I know who you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Zemo.
Zemo, yeah,
Zemo.
Zemo, Baron Zemo. And it's got a bunch of other
Daniel Bruhl.
big names in it that are kind of funny and.
Oh yeah, you said Eternals. I thought Camille Nanjiani, which brought me to
The
Only Murders in
franchise.
the Building.
Yeah.
The franchise. That's
Franchise.
The
it.
franchise.
I only watched the first episode, so
I also only watched the first episode, and I found it to be very. I wanted more out of it, and I'm not.
I mean, they just drop you right in the middle with nothing. You're like, okay.
Yeah, I want more, but it's like Himesh Patel. I really like him. He was in a show, a limited series called Station 11 that was absolutely fucking phenomenal.
That was a spaceship one, right?
No, it's post-apocalyptic.
Oh,
But they're this comic book about like an independent comic book about a space station that kind of called some of the events as like called Station 11 is like a focus of the show.
right. So Agatha all along.
Hey, I already said watch it if you haven't already. I was very impressed with it, and of course, Aubrey Plaza is just fucking dynamite.
Right. And then the one witch that has survived, apparently she
Yeah.
was going to show up somewhere in something.
Sweet.
It's already been announced,
Yeah,
sort of announced or talked about.
Flew away fucking storm style.
Oh yeah, and we forgot to mention that we saw the first pictures of Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, next episode.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
We're going to have a Hammerhead as the villain.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Is it Nick Cage?
Yeah, it's Nick Cage.
Okay.
He's playing, like, the plot is, like, people are like, oh, he's too old to be fucking that hot mess Peter Parker from Spider-Man Noir. He's actually specifically playing an old version who's, like, tackling with, like, he's too old for this shit, and if he needs to retire being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it's going to have, like, a brief origin thing, and then it's going to be, like, you know.
Great.
Mostly.
I'm tired of you people.
Right. Should be good though. Yeah. It's Agatha along. Spider-Man Noir. We're just jumping all over the place.
Yeah, it's a very ADD episode, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Sorry.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it tracks with our record. I was trying to think if there's anything else in Agatha along that like hinted at other stuff, but I don't think there was. I thought it was very well done. In that episode where they showed where Patti LuPone's character, all the random things that she said, dude, that was cinematography masterpiece.
That was not only the best episode of the series, it was probably one of the best episodes of Marvel television.
Absolutely,
without a doubt.
1,000%
Crushed it.
It was, and to be a writer to put that all together is even just way better. And then the throwback at the last episode during the fight, Duck when she, whatever.
When she calls you a coward.
Yeah. It's brilliant. Just fucking give them something for writing. Jesus Christ. That was so good.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping with Jen that in that episode when they showed her as like the evil witch in her, for some reason the old lady disguise, but she had that like gorgeous silver hair, and like her being like sort of an earth witch, and I was kind of hoping it was going to be a
little wicked crossover.
No, I was kind of hoping it was going to be, this is actually Aurora Monroe, because that was like her whole thing is she was like a witch and a goddess, and then I was kind of hoping. And she was very storm coated.
Yeah. It's very good. It's good. Good series. So start off cuckoo crazy, and then you go, oh, now we get it. Because it takes place almost not too long after WandaVision, right?
3 years, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, so she was playing it in her.
She was trapped in the detective show for.
Wow. But that's
Mayor of Easttown,
yeah.
But she was not really a cop, because then they show her later and she was just
running around in
her house.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. So whatever. It's fine. It's good. Anyways, that's all I got. Anything else?
Oh man.
That's all we talked about.
Yeah.
Catherine Hahn, come on our podcast.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Aubrey Plaza, come on our Collective Faces and our podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome too. I was thinking something with her son, but I don't remember what I was gonna say. Anyways. All right. Yeah. So there you go. There's our happy ending.
Watch it.
With some other shit thrown in. Probably our shortest happy ending ever. That's okay.
It's been a while. We were pent up.
That's right. So it had to just and then random pillow talk. All right. So again, this has been our happy ending for episode 180. Agatha along. We will see you later. I don't know how.
We really like ending our podcast with a. I feel we've done that.
All right. Here we go. Bye.
The views held here by the nerds of Best Threesome Ever do not directly reflect the views of nerds everywhere.